Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with a stamp set from Art Impressions. This is the Pack Your Bags set. So that comes with a few images and it comes with a few sentiments as well. So I wanted to create a little scene. I needed to make a 70th birthday for somebody who liked travel. So I thought it would be fun to combine this cruise ship and the little lady together. And I didn't have any papers to match exactly what I was after, so I decided to make my own. So I am working my way through stamping the stamps all over the shop to try and make my own pattern paper, and then I'm going to watercolour the background using my Winsor & Newton watercolour travel pan. So I'm just cleaning up my desk here to make sure I don't get any ink everywhere. Putting all my stamps away so I don't lose any, and I'm going to go back onto my scene. So I'm going to stamp her to the right hand side. I'm going to stamp her onto some post-it note, and then I'm going to fussy cut it and mask her off, and then I'm going to stamp the cruise shop up to the left hand corner. So it kind of looks like the boat is in the background. I hadn't really planned too much more than that at the time, but I decided later on, when I wasn't completely happy, I decided to sort of make more of a scene. So you will see me doing some drawing, which I don't do very often. I don't do scenes, but I'm so happy with the way that this turned out. And how cool does this look already? I love it. So I'm going to run a Lawn Fawn stitched circle die through my Sizzix Big Shot, just in the background so you don't see that. And I'm going to, here I am going to watercolour the background. So I'm just pulling out my water bucket, popping a little bit onto the watercolour pan, and just messy watercolour in the background. I am using my black velvet silver brush. This is the round 8 brush. So like I said, super rough watercolouring. I wanted it to kind of look like water, but you know, not look too rough either. So I'm going to go in and start colouring up all of the images. So I'm just doing the cruise ship in just some greys, and I'm blending it out. So the cruise ship still looks white, but it's grey at the same time. Adding in some water. And then this is where my scene sort of started taking place. So I bring the water down a little bit, and then I decided it would be really cool if it looked like she was standing on like a pathway. So I made it like a brick pathway, and then I'm going to add some sand in between the brick pathway and the water to make it really look like that she's standing by the sea and she can see the boat in the background. So here I am just adding in some of my E40 markers, and I'm just starting to bring that water down a little bit more. And now I'm going to go in and colour all of those bricks. My E40 markers need a refill, so I found out after I started colouring, so it did take a little bit of effort to get this blended, but we got there in the end. So that's my scene. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and now we're going to go in and colour the little lady. So I will have all of the Copic markers listed on my blog, as well as all of the products that were used on this card. So just working my way through. I did change up her hair colour after I finished the card. It wasn't quite the right colour, so I just used my Zero Colours blender to pull the colour out a little bit, and then I added some blonde in later. So this isn't exactly as it looks on the finished card. So I'm using some of the end markers on her pants. I wanted her to have white pants, but of course they need to have a little bit of shadow and detail to them. So I've just used my Zero Colours blender to pull that out. Now going in and colouring her little Hawaiian shirt. So I'm just working my way through, giving her some little gold earrings, colouring her brown beach hat. At this stage, it wasn't still quite sure on the hair colour. Giving her a cute little red handbag just to bring that off the card a little bit. Giving her some colour on her little shades there, and adding some grey into her hair. So I'm now going to start putting the card together. I'm bringing in some American Crafts grey cardstocks, and I'm just using my Helma acid-free liquid adhesive to adhere all of those layers down. And then once they're all down, I will add them to a Kucha Creations card base. So I needed to add the birthday number. So this lady is 70. Yep. So I just watercolored some more of that watercolor onto the cardstock, and then I ran that through my Big Shot. Now this was just express it blending card. It wasn't watercolor paper, and the same with the background. So I didn't add too much water, just enough to quickly mess those colors around a little bit. So here I am just trying to make a decision if I was done. And I decided to add some white Uni-Ball marker onto the flowers on her shirt and just into the sand and the water just to give it a little bit more detail. And then I realized I needed to make some more pattern paper for the inside background. So once again, I'm just stamping all of that out, and then I'll trim it down to size. I'm just using a Lawn Fawn round acrylic block. Just messy stamping, no perfection here, and then just filling in the blanks as I go. Cleaning off my markers on my stamp scrubber pad, and then I just added 2 of the images on either side of the acrylic block. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I am already yawning. Didn't have a very good sleep last night, so I'm just working my way through. Just messy watercolouring. You don't want to add too much water on because, like I said, it's not watercolour paper. I wanted everything to be the same white kind of colour. Adding on my liquid adhesive. And now I'm going to go in and add some Nouveau Crystal drops. I do apologise, my phone is on screen. I have a habit of looking at it and putting it down and forgetting that I'm recording. So this is my card all complete. I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!